Hello and welcome to a new video from Mallorca, Spain. Today I am going to test this lens. This is a Viltrox 35mm f1.7 lens, and the reason I want to test this lens is because I want to buy it. A 35mm prime is missing in my camera gear. I really want to have a 35mm prime. Thing is, I don't want to spend a lot of money on a prime lens right now. So that's where this Viltrox 35mm f1.7 lens comes in, because this is exactly 200 euros, and actually you can get some discount on Amazon like 10 or 15%, and its reviews are really good. I'll be talking about it from my first time experience, and yeah, we will have some fun, take photos in the center of Palma de Mallorca, which is a capital city of Mallorca, and I'll show you around, and I will also keep talking about what I feel about this lens. Let's go out and take some photos in Mallorca.
There's a lot of sunshine. Today is a really beautiful day. It has been raining in Mallorca a lot, but today I was lucky. I can see a lot of interesting people coming towards me. But I have an idea. Let's take some photos here before, because I really want to test the 35mm focal length. Although it's 50mm for me because of the APS-C crop sensor. Let's check out these lanes. A lot of interesting stuff happens in the side lanes on any touristy places. I love the road closure. There's a delivery. I love the yellow on yellow. The billboards give a very filmy retro look. This is very beautiful. I love this. If only I can have people coming in the sunlight. Let's try this. I think I can get some shots here. I'm waiting for somebody to walk into the sunlight in front of me. See this. This is what I was talking about. Really beautiful. Creates a sense of drama. This scene itself is really beautiful. I love this. By the way, I feel that there's something funny going on with this lens. This lens does not has OIS because you know what, it's a budget lens, right? So that's fine. But then I feel that I have to increase the shutter speed a bit higher than usual to avoid blurry photos. Let me show you what I mean. Because when I shoot usually with my 18 to 55mm Fujifilm zoom lens, it has the OIS on it. So even at 1/60 shutter speed, for example, I can avoid blurry photos and take really good shots, sharp photos in fact. But right now I am at 1/60 shutter speed and I feel like I have to stand still to avoid blurry photos. This is an immediate feeling. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm walking and let me take a shot now. And this is blurry. So to avoid blurry shots like this, I think I have to increase the shutter speed to 1/80 or more, or stand still. Let's check this out. This is interesting. These are the stairs I remember. I've been to Mallorca before, so I remember some of the corners. The town center of the center of Palma, Mallorca is really beautiful, especially the older part, the historical part. Nah, this is not a good angle. Let me get closer to this. Maybe I can use this railings to frame the shot. Maybe I can use these as leading lines. Maybe I can get a bit closer. Yeah. People are coming behind me. I want to have somebody walking on that road and use these railings as leading lines so that the eyes basically follow these lines up to the people walking down the stairs. Go on, go on. I won't bite. It's okay, after doing years of street photography, you become immune. People are curious a lot, but that's okay. They are. Street photography is not a normal thing, you know. Taking photos of people in public is not normal. I've talked about it this before. If you are interested in how to take photos in public without any fear, then you can watch this video. I'll share the link. I talk about a couple of things. What's happening here? There's some kind of party going on. This can be an interesting thing. I love capturing natural moments like this. Right, burst mode on. I've turned on the OIS in the camera because again I was having some problems with the blurry photos. Because now I will have to move a lot. I've also increased the shutter speed a bit, but with OIS 1/60 is fine with this lens. Let me get to the front of this crowd. Usually people in the front are more active, are more playful, and that gives you really nice moments. Capture the real thing. Whereas people walking in the background basically indulge in small talk, and you don't really have that much energy in the back. Is it a festival? I think this is like a festival. Initially I thought that this is like a wedding, but no. Nobody carries a sword in the wedding. You see on the left? That's a big ass wooden sword. Let me capture this. This is a really nice frame. See this. I love this. So much happening in one frame. Sometimes in events like this, you don't even have to try getting really cool moments. You have to pick the right people who basically radiate the energy of the festival, and then see what happens. Just follow them. You have to become a part of the festival. At least that's what I do. I don't want to sound like a really big photographer. I'm not. I just share what I feel. Really nice. Yay! Really nice vibes here. Oh, what is this? See, this is like a festival. They're carrying something like masked figures and all that. I have to ask somebody what's going on. But I don't want to miss the moments either. They're also dragging something like a barrel or a wheelbarrow kind of thing. Nice. Let's take this from the front. Love this vibe. I want to capture that guy with this figure. Let me take this shot. See this? Nice. One thing I will say is that this lens is very light, very easy to carry. Like I have, due to medical reasons, I cannot carry heavy stuff for like 6-7 months now. But this lens is barely feels any weight. So very easy to carry. For $200 also looks a bit well made. I want to capture these 3 people walking in the front. They are the most animated one, but I'm looking to capture the people playing the band, playing the musical instruments, because they are basically the energy of this crowd. Maybe I should go to the other side. I don't know. Let me try from here. Yeah, I got some blurry photos. Let me try in the front. I want to capture the guy moving this figurine. I want to capture this figurine, to be honest. Let's see if I can get some shots. Let me get to the other side. The lens is very light, very well made. Yeah. I think they are coordinating with the people playing these instruments. The crowd certainly is engaged. Maybe I can take a couple of shots of these people, and then I also want to capture the vibe of these 3 people walking in the front of the crowd, especially the figurines. You can't see in the camera, but the street is full of people. I feel this is another crowd is on the opposite side of the street. Let me capture this, then I'll show you the other side. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, see the lady on my left in the shop? She's taking photos of this guy with the figurine. That will be an interesting frame. Let me try this frame again. So the lady in the shop, beside the shop, she has a mobile in her hand and she's taking photos of this guy who's dancing with the figurine. So I guess we can have a really nice dramatic moment here. If I get this right, let's see. Yeah. This is the other side of the street. This has an even bigger crowd. In fact, a large crowd. I can see people down at the far end of the street. So the whole street is full of people. So they must be celebrating like a national festival or something like that. I'll have to ask now. I'm curious. Maybe if I am polite and ask people around, maybe I can get to take some portraits also. But I feel that people in Spain in general are a bit more conservative towards street photographers. They are a bit more careful with what photos you are taking on street and what are your subjects. So I'll be a bit respectful. And like this. Yeah, so you see this crowd? Really nice vibe going on here. I love this. If you have a glass of beer, some churros with chocolate, you are set. Maybe some empanadas. I need to ask somebody. Let me see. I'm just trying to show you the whole celebration, how it looks. So you see, these were the people playing band who we followed in the beginning, and this is the crowd on the other side. This is, and the cops are here. The whole street is full of people, so maybe it might be around 500 people or more. It's just a huge crowd. But I must say the crowd is really well behaved. Can't see anyone getting too much drunk and creating a mess. It's like a very controlled crowd. See some photos. So this is the crowd. See people on the far end, and people know I'm taking photos. It's okay. Till the time you have a glass of beer in your hand and some churros and empanadas, nobody cares. Especially the beer. Works like magic. I'll have to ask somebody. Maybe I can find someone who speaks English. That's a bit different and difficult in Spain.
Do you speak English? I want to understand what's happening. I want to understand what's happening. What is this? I don't know. I want to understand what's happening.
Right, so now I know what this celebration is all about, but look at the vibe. Before I talk about the festival, see the vibe of this place. The people are so friendly. Somebody gave me a drink, which was good. The positive vibe, people are welcoming. The celebration is beautiful and awesome. I really love it.
So you can see behind me, it's an amazing festival. So apparently in the 14th century, Saint Sebastian basically saved Palma Mallorca from a bubonic plague, and the festival is celebrated to basically mark that achievement. Now let's talk about the lens. So the lens is very easy to carry, very compact, lightweight. It's not heavy at all. So you can see I was carrying it in my hands the whole time, so very easy to carry. I would also say that it looks very professional. There was a photographer, she asked me which lens this was, so it makes people interested. And for a $200 lens, it actually gives you a lot more than what it costs. Now this being an APS-C sensor camera, obviously this is not a true 35mm, it's a 50mm, because my camera is APS-C sensor with a 1.5x crop factor. But on a full frame, this will be a 35mm. But still, the experience was quite good. The pictures are really sharp. The image quality is really sharp. I don't care about how the edges look, to be honest. I don't care about too much distortion. I feel that the pictures were really sharp. One thing I would say is the lens has a quite a good flare, right? And I also tried it with a polarizing filter, but still I got some flare. So I would recommend keeping the exposure compensation a bit low when shooting with this lens. I think they gave me something to drink and it's taking an effect on me. I'm feeling a light buzz in my head. One thing I would say is they were celebrating so much. They were all drinking alcohol. They were having a good time. They were partying. But they did not create a mess, right? They neatly kept all the bottles and cans and cups on the side of the street. No woman was harassed. There was no touching. There was no, eve teasing or anything. If you can party ridiculously and still behave nicely, I would say you are a really developed society. You are well-educated society. Education doesn't mean that you have 6 or 7 degrees or you are working at Google or whatnot. Education means that you know how to treat women, you know how to be a human in public. So I would really say that wealth, having money, having big cars, big houses, fancy cars does not make you developed, right? It's how your society behaves is how you become developed, how you are measured in development. Yeah, so now we will wait till the sun is down and then I will want to test this lens for its low light capability. Right, so now I'm at the center of Palma, Mallorca, and behind me you can see that it's blue hour, so it's going to be dark soon, right? And this means it's the perfect time to test the low light capability of this lens. I really want to see how it performs in low light, because this lens actually does not have the image stabilization on the lens itself. This means that you can easily get blurry photos or motion blur, and this I have noticed a lot while shooting in the day. So because the aperture is so wide with f1.7, I am hoping that I don't have to slow down the shutter speed too much. So in theory I should not get too many blurry photos or motion blur. So let's take some photos in the center of Palma, Mallorca. It's beautiful, as you can see behind me, and let's take some photos and enjoy ourselves.
It's blue hour right now and it looks amazing. It's beautiful. Let's have somebody walking in that light in front of us. Maybe this guy in blue sweatshirt or hoodie, whatever that is. I love the colors in front of me. Now let's talk about the wide aperture of this lens, which I feel is a party piece. It's f1.7, which means there's always enough light in the camera, in the lens. And immediately I can see that I don't even have to increase my ISO too much, which means I can easily avoid noisy photos. Also, it's very important because now I will have to increase my shutter speed more than usual, because remember, this lens can give you blurry photos if you are not careful, right? So I will have to increase my shutter speed more than what I expect. But because I have wider aperture, I can still keep my ISO low. So this means that even in low light, while increasing my shutter speed, I can still keep my ISO low with wide aperture and avoid blurry photos. So right now the sun is going down, the blue hour is ending, so now it's proper night time. So let me show you what I mean. So there's not enough light. My aperture is f1.7, the ISO is 500, and you can see the photo is really sharp. Now let's go to more darker areas and see if we can take sharp photos in really dark areas without increasing the ISO too much. I have high expectations with this lens. In fact, this lens is performing way better in low light than how it was performing in daylight. So let's see. By the way, it's really beautiful right now, especially after rain. Really beautiful colors. So on my left, this is the cathedral area, and it's not particularly well lit. It's a lot darker than usual, So this is perfect to test this lens. And I'm not going to add any exposure in the shots, right? So I want to give you a true picture of how it looks straight out of the camera. Obviously there are a couple of corrections, but you would still get a good look of how it looks in low light. So see this. My ISO is 1250, so I haven't increased my ISO too much. This is a churreria on my left, or churro shop. If you are in Spain and if you want to have a decent breakfast without spending too much money, just buy a pack of churros with hot chocolate. You will be set for like 3-4 hours. The best breakfast in low budget. I like taking photos of people working in shops because it really speaks about the lives that they lead, and also kind of talks about the place itself, and so let's take some shots here. Now it's very bright, so obviously we are not testing the lens now. It's just I want to take some photos of the people working in this shop. You get some really cool moments with the smoke, and people working inside and these retro signs. You can get really nice shots with this setting. I love the sign crepes and the lady below it. Maybe we can frame something with this. Nice. Let's go towards the cathedral area. It's really dark there, so we will be able to test the lens properly. This looks interesting, I don't know why. It gives a bit more retro look. Love the colors. Everything becomes interesting, right? When you have a camera. Random things in the back of a van becomes interesting. Sometimes I don't know why I'm taking these photos. This is beautiful on the other hand. Really beautiful. I love this area of Palma. You can walk along the seaside on my right. There's a long walk which goes towards the airport, and on my left you can hang out around the cathedral area. I can already spot some couples on my right, people jogging, cycling. You can also see some people just hanging out, talking on their phones and all that. This is really dark now, so let's test this lens. My ISO is 1600 and look at this photo, you have to believe it. This is really nice, really sharp. Now I am increasing my ISO to 2500. Let's just do that, why not? And see this. Beautiful shots. This lens is really good in low light. Let's go here. I have an idea. I want to frame that couple in the foreground and the water and the lights beyond in the background. I think it's a bit more romantic drama going on. They're both on their cell phone, so it also gives a bit more character to the shot. See? Again, my ISO is 2500, and now I'm finding it a bit ridiculous. This lens is really good. The photo itself is going to be really good. I love this. And mind you, I haven't even increased my shutter speed beyond 1/60. So my personal experience as a first time user with this lens is that it's really good in daylight, but it's awesome in low light, especially night time. It's built for nighttime photography. The colors are beautiful, amazing, whether you shoot in daylight or low light. And also it does not give you much noise because it handles this low light pretty well. But the most amazing thing is that I did not get even one blurry photo in low light, whereas in daylight I did get some blurry photos and I had to stand still couple of times. But in low light I'm just walking, like you can see already, right? In the vlog I'm walking. I did not stand still for a moment and still did not get any blurry photos, which is amazing. So it's certainly doing something right. Now this lens is an alternative to the Fujifilm X-C35mm f2, which costs $200 and also does not have OIS. So now we are talking about Viltrox versus Fujifilm, which is a big thing. But I can safely say as a first time user that my first impressions with this lens is really positive. This lens is really good, nice to carry, lightweight, looks good, easy on your hand and wallet. It also gives you really beautiful colors, does not have any distortion, and also manages low light photography really well. So it's a really good value for money. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed Palma Mallorca, and if you did, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. I would appreciate it. Also, let me know in the comments below if you want me to test other 35mm budget lenses. I'm excited to see what you come up with. My only condition is that they should be budget lenses, like under $200, so that people can afford it, you know. But I'll be curious to see what you can suggest. And again, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you keep taking photos and enjoy photography. I'll see you in the next one. Bye from now from Palma, Mallorca.